So my name is Taylor Hansen, and I am a product manager at a fintech company called Riskalyze. I've worked there for about 5 years, and let's see, started off as a customer support rep there, ran the support team, and now I make decisions on what we go and build. Yeah, how long have I been using LastPass and 1Pass? So used LastPass for probably 3.5 years. We had an enterprise version of it. I was a user, not an admin. So primarily just using it to save and manage passwords, share them if I needed to as well. Encrypted messaging, that's kind of mostly what we use LastPass for. And we use 1Pass for exactly the same thing. And we've been using that for about a year at this point. Same enterprise edition, use it for the same things. So just a lot of feedback from users generally of LastPass, having a lot of, well, one, the UI was kind of buggy, it felt like, right? You'd enter in your password, it wouldn't work, or you'd go to share something and then it wouldn't work. There's just a lot of issues, a lot of just feedback, I think, across our company that it wasn't meeting our needs. It wouldn't launch consistently. It just came down to performance issues for the most part, and just general user consensus that we needed to try something else at this point. It's really small, but I can probably see why they do it. But with 1Pass, it just drives me nuts that when you enter in your password in the master password section, you can't actually see how many characters you're typing or that there's any feedback at all that you're typing into the box. And so if you fat finger a key, you don't know if you did. And then if you need to start over, there's no like restart into the button. You just hope that when you click Command All and delete that there was something there to delete. It's just super frustrating having to use that every day. And it just feels awful and I can't stand it. And I would switch just for that one feature because I have to. It's how you get into the program, and it's almost insulting to users. I still feel like I haven't fully implemented 1Pass just because it feels difficult to navigate and use, where the actual buttons I need to click on. It looks all right, like I said before. LastPass felt like the buttons are where you would expect them to be. The usability is fairly easy, although it was just riddled with bugs, right? It just wasn't consistent, and has a kind of a, I mean, they might have updated, it's been a year, but it seemed like it was an older UI as far as how they were executing that at the time. They're both just okay. They'll probably meet your needs for managing passwords. I would say LastPass was easier to onboard with and understand how to use and share, but had inconsistencies. Whereas 1Pass seems to be more consistent, but it doesn't. It's just kind of clunky to use. It's hard to navigate and find out where you actually need to go to actually share a password. Where's the vault section? Each of them kind of has this vault section. I find that LastPass was easier to navigate to that really central hub of where the users go when they log in. I'm just gonna go with LastPass. I don't know if I'm just stuck in my old ways and don't like change. I don't know that that's true, but I still use LastPass, my personal LastPass account, but didn't opt in for a personal 1Pass just because I haven't been impressed so far. I think it's a great space to be developing in. Just know that I would think that both of their users are going to be people that don't like re-entering in their passwords all the time. You know, it's like the whole idea is having one master password, and the demographic that you'd go after is people that, you know, are writing their passwords underneath their keyboards and things like that. And so I don't want to say necessarily like people that are not as tech literate, but you would think that you would invest in making that software so simple to use and very, very secure. And that would kind of be what you'd go after. And it seems like maybe we've missed the mark in both categories of just the simplicity of just being able to, it shouldn't be hard to navigate, and it feels like it is. And it'd be awesome if they maybe put some resources into on both sides to designing something that's a little bit easier to navigate and also has that consistency.